And I feel like people want to see you doing good, but they don't want to see you doing better than them. Hello, beautifuls. My name is Giselle, co-host of the Strong Sunflowers podcast and founder and CEO of the Create app, an app created specifically for content creators. So if that's you, make sure that you follow us on Instagram so you can get all the updates. We should be launching in late October, but we should have a wait list in August. I'm so excited. This is like my little baby, the little baby that's taking all of my money. But today we're gonna talk about how your family is not the target audience, baby. If you're starting a business, if you're doing a startup, your family is not the target audience. If that's something you're interested in, make sure that you subscribe and let's get right into this video. I've never started a business before. This is my first real business, but I remember back in the day, my friend got me into Amway. Don't do the MLMs, don't do the pyramid schemes. 0 out of 10, don't recommend. But I started selling these like milkshakes and like these products from Amway. And I was selling it to my friends and family. And I learned real quick that your friends and family are not your biggest supporters. In the sense of your friends and family are not your biggest supporters. They're not gonna buy things from you. Really, your target audience is gonna be random strangers. And I feel like I can even see that even more creating this YouTube channel. Like, my most popular video has almost 3,000 views, and guess what? 99.99999% of those views are coming from total strangers like you. Like, thank you so much. Total strangers that see your content that are like, oh my gosh, I love her personality. Oh my gosh, she's so cool. I like what she's talking about. I'm gonna follow her. I'm gonna support her in her journey. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's not coming from my two friends that I keep telling her about, oh my gosh, I'm trying to take YouTube serious and like, you know, support my channel. And I'm not saying that friends don't support, because they are friends that support, and I have friends that comment on my videos all the time or that hit the like button, but I'm talking about like actually supporting you in the sense like watching your videos every day, like constantly. It's usually strangers. And I always was wondering, like, why is that? Why is that total strangers support you more than your own family and friends? And I feel like people want to see you doing good, but they don't want to see you doing better than them. And I feel like when you come, especially from a small town, and I'm not even saying friends now, I'm maybe saying like associates, but even sometimes with friends, depending if they're not the good friends to begin with, there's gonna be that envy of like, ooh, like, oh, I'm not gonna like that picture, I'm not gonna reply, I'm not gonna repost that post, because basically who do you think you are? We come from the same small town, and sometimes it's not on purpose, but also you can be like the mirror of like the things that they're not doing. If you are from a small town and you're doing big things, like those people are gonna be like, who does she think she is? Or, man, she's getting a lot done and I'm still working the same job or at the same space that I was 2 years ago. People that you know have a tough time accepting that you guys come from the same place and that they are at the same place. And this is a little lesson that I've learned now creating my real first business. Guess who's not my target audience? My mama, my brother, my best friend. She ain't my target audience. You guys are my target audience. I learned my lesson. By the way, speaking of target audience, I just got this feedback from a friend about my app. I told her like the ins and out of the app, and don't worry, I'll be telling you guys in August. So stay tuned, make sure you subscribe. But I need your help. We want to add another feature on the app, and it's gonna be a tipping feature. And this little cute tipping feature for you guys, all the money that you make from tips would be yours. And to add this little new feature is gonna cost me $1,600. Jesus, take the wheel, take it from my hands. Yeah, it's gonna cost me $1,600. But you guys are worth it. You guys are worth it. But I'm thinking I'm gonna pull the trigger, but I wanted to come on here and ask you guys first. Let me know in the comments if a tipping feature would be amazing for my app as a content creator. And you know, I'm taking one for the team. Thank you for your support. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it. But just let me know in the comments that I'm doing the right thing. But I think a tipping option would be amazing for the user. But I feel like we've talked about who is not your target audience. Now let's dig into who your target audience is. Mind you, I don't know anything about marketing. I don't know anything about business. I'm a hustler. I just get shit done, okay? That's all I know. And I'm good at picking up things from my environment and just learning as I go. So one of the things that I noticed when creating my target audience, right? You have your basic things like what's your age range? For me, the content creating app, it's gonna be 18 because you have to be 18 years to maybe 35. That's my target audience. Your demographics, like who are you going to target? Are you going to target the really rich people? Are you going to target the lower income people? I'm actually targeting everybody. So everyone is getting targeted, which makes the pool bigger for business. But we know those basic things. What helped me most to target who my audience was where did your idea even come from? What gap were you trying to fill when you came up with this idea? For example, if we talk about Uber, they came up with this idea because it was a busy holiday season and they wanted to get a cab and all the cabs are booked, you know? So then they were like, oh man, how cool would it be if you had this app that you can just get a ride and make it happen? So that was the gap that they filled. So who was their target audience? People just like them. People that needed a cab and they couldn't find one. They wanted to make it accessible and easy to use like an app. And now it's a $1 billion company. So when they started their startup, of course, they're not gonna start Uber in Arkansas. They're gonna start Uber in places like New York, LA, London, the big cities that need this kind of product because the big cities use a lot of cabs and there's a lot of people walking the streets. So when you go back to, oh my gosh, who my target audience is, just go back to your idea because where the idea is, that's where the target audience is too. I hope this helps. This is a little snippet of what I've been learning about my target audience, and asking that question helped me find it. I love you guys and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Ciao.